8 years after the first film, Moana and Maui returned to the big screen in Moana 2, an animated sequel that went through multiple production delays but will now finally premiere in cinemas on November 27th. Today, at Movie Recap Pro, we give you a look at everything you need to know about Moana 2. I'm back. It's Maui time. The story of Moana 2 is set 3 years after the first film. The free-spirited Moana is growing up on her native Polynesian island of Motunui after having restored the ecological balance on the island in the previous movie. But, as the Moana 2 trailer reveals, Moana finds a new purpose after receiving a prophetic warning from the spirits of her ancestors. The wayfaring ancestors tell Moana that she must assemble a team and journey to the deepest, darkest corners of Oceania. Moana and her crew's destination is the hidden island of Motufetu, which once connected all the people of the ocean. But ever since the storm god Nalu cursed the island, Motufetu has faded into oblivion. Now, it's up to Moana and her fellow sailors to break Nalu's curse and restore it to its former glory. Moana will also be facing old and new enemies, such as the Kakamura, the coconut-sized pirates that threatened Moana and Maui in the first film. A newcomer in the villains department is the underworld goddess Matangi. Not much is known about her backstory, but the trailer promises Matangi to be an iconic Disney antagonist. She is voiced by singer and actress Ami Frazier. Auliʻi Cravalho returns to voice Moana, also providing her voice for the musical numbers. As expected, Moana also reunites with the long-haired demigod Maui, voiced by Dwayne Johnson. Maui was a breakout character from the first film, drawing laughs for his witty one-liners and over-the-top songs. But Maui is also an unexpectedly kind-hearted mentor to Moana, joining her yet again on her second adventure. Can I get a cho? Another returning member is Moana's pet rooster, Haihei, who is voiced by Alan Tudyk. Boba Fett actor Temuera Morrison and Pussycat Dolls singer-turned-actress Nicole Scherzinger also reprise their roles as Moana's parents from the first film. This is serious. Is something distracting you? The original Moana directors, John Musker and Ron Clements, didn't return to helm Moana 2, but the directing reins are still in capable hands. David Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, and Dana Leo Miller are making their feature directorial debuts with Moana 2. Derrick Jr. is a veteran in the animation industry, having served as a story artist for How to Train Your Dragon and the first Moana film. Jason Hand also served as a story artist for Disney hits like Big Hero 6 and Ralph Breaks the Internet. As for Dana Leo Miller, she has been a producer and writer on Designated Survivor, Kevin Can F Himself, and other shows. Just like the first film, the music department of Moana 2 is stacked with massive talent. Except for Hamilton star Lin-Manuel Miranda, who won't be returning, the new songwriters have impressive credentials. Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear are in their 20s now, but they have already accomplished a lot together, including their controversial but highly acclaimed concept album, The Unofficial Bridgerton Musical. The album went viral on TikTok and even earned a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album, even as Netflix attempted to sue the duo. Now, Barlow and Bear are back to fill Miranda's shoes. As for Moana 2's original score, the original composers, Mark Mancina and Opetaya Fawai, return, just like in the first film. Mancina and Fawai are also expected to serve as co-songwriters. The script of Moana 2 is written by director Dana Leo Miller and Jared Bush. Bush has had a long-standing relationship with Disney, also serving as Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios since 2024. Bush's previous credits include writing Zootopia, Moana, and directing Encanto. Bush's diverse experience with Disney's past animated projects is reassuring news for Moana's fans. As the name Moana was trademarked in multiple European countries, the 2016 film was alternatively released under the title Vaiana. The sequel will follow suit, releasing as Vaiana 2 in countries like Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Greece, and Germany. This alternate name, Vaiana, also feels suitable to the film's context, considering how VA in Samoan means water. Moana 2 has a similar meaning, as it translates to ocean in Hawaiian and other Polynesian languages. Just like the first Moana, Moana 2 will also receive a special Hawaiian dub. The first film was also dubbed into Haitian Creole and Maori. It's not known yet whether Moana 2 will be dubbed into the other two languages, but the Hawaiian version is confirmed, with Cravalho yet again providing the speaking and singing voice of Moana. Going back to the production of Moana 2, the film was initially conceptualized as a direct-to-streaming title. With the COVID-19 lockdowns, the shutdown of film theaters affected the business prospects of several Disney projects, so the company opted to develop Moana 2 as a sequel series for their streaming platform. Disney's then Chief Creative Officer of Animation, Jennifer Lee, announced Moana, the series, a musical comedy limited series set for a 2023 release. David Derrick Jr. was confirmed as a writer and director on the series. However, in February 2024, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced a change of plans, confirming that the series had been reworked into a theatrical sequel. Music, coconuts. As is common knowledge among Moana fans, the 2016 film isn't only receiving an animated sequel, but also a live-action remake. Screenwriter Jared Bush first broke this news on the social media platform X, revealing that he would be involved in the live-action film. So far, Dwayne Johnson has confirmed that he'll be reprising his role as Maui, while newcomer Catherine Lagania will play Moana. While the remake went into development around the same time as Moana 2, it has a 2026 release date. At the 2024 D23 Expo in California, Moana voice actress Auliʻi Cravalho performed a new song from the film called We're Back, complete with a showcase by Polynesian dancers. The 23-year-old actress is also excited for the audience to hear the rest of Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear's lyrics for Moana 2. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she said that there are a lot of deeper layers to the song, this time with Barlow giving voice to a young woman like Moana. To quote Cravalho, "This is a new part of my voice. This film digs into those low notes in these times of indecision, when we don't know what we're supposed to do next." Given how uplifting We're Back already sounds, Moana 2 promises to be an enjoyable and emotional musical. Back in 2016, when Moana was released, the film marked a new era in Disney's cultural representation. The Oscar-nominated film did boast an inspiring, free-spirited heroine and memorable musical numbers. But more importantly, it also gave a new voice to the mainstream representation of Polynesian culture and mythology. Moana 2 promises to continue this trend with an original storyline that still has nods to Polynesian and oceanic traditions. Eyeing a Thanksgiving release date of November 27th, Moana 2 is Disney's biggest animated release this year after Inside Out 2. The only major competition Moana 2 has at the box office is from Gladiator 2 and Wicked, both of which will release a week earlier. From being made as a limited series on Disney Plus to getting a Thanksgiving season release, Moana 2 has had a turbulent journey of its own. With a cast of old and new actors and a diverse musical team, Moana 2 seems full of hope and promise, just like its titular heroine. Are you looking forward to this sequel? Thank you for watching Movie Recap Pro, and stay tuned for more movie news.